Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yangji, and happy Friday everybody. At the time of this video, it is Friday, and today I am going to talk about why I left my corporate job about more than 2 years ago in 2016, and I would not be planning on going back. Okay, so here goes. Long story short, so when I first decided to quit my corporate job, I was kind of in the same shoes as you are if you guys had intentions of planning to quit your corporate job one day. And I was sitting in the same chair and I was listening to somebody who was teaching me how to make passive income online. And this was back in late 2015 when I had some plans of quitting my corporate job, but I had not had a concrete plan. And so I did a bit of digging on YouTube because, YouTube is just a great channel of finding out information on, just from real life people and their stories. And this is why I'm on here today, talking about my story. And, the first thing that came to my mind when on plans on what I'm gonna do if and when after I quit my corporate job. So, one thing that really stood out to me and that appealed to me at the time was building an online passive income. So, the first thing I did was, what was really popular back then was, everyone was trying to set up their FBA business on Amazon. So basically, you would import products from China over, the platform Alibaba, and then you would sell them on Amazon. Okay, so I did that, and it took me a few months to set it up, and I believe it was about 4 months after, I imported the products and had everything on Amazon, and I thought things were going to go really well, okay, and that was April 2016. That was already when I quit my corporate job. I quit my corporate job at the exact same time. And, for some time it was going pretty well for the first 3 months. But, I did not have the wisdom and the experience back then to see that, any business can go wrong at any time. Okay, which it did. So back in about 3 months, I want to say, after I started my Amazon business, I saw a slow in the business, and it just was not doing so well. Okay, so how I got through that was, I needed consistent income while still trying to build the Amazon business, and how I got through that was by driving for Uber. And I've done that even while I was setting up the Amazon business. Okay, it was just a great way of making flexible income. It was not passive income when you're driving for Uber, but it's definitely flexible. And it could be very consistent too, depending on how you work. So, I had these two kind of going. I was, continuing to put time into the Amazon business. And I was also driving for Uber just to make sure that I'm getting consistent income. And at that time, I was, working pretty hard. I would drive for Uber about like 6 to 8 hours a day just to make, just some consistent revenue and to just pay for my expenses while I was building the Amazon business. And I knew I wanted to work towards one thing. That was the same reason why I quit my corporate job. It was because I wanted passive income. I did not want to continue going to a job every day and spend about, 8 to 10 hours every weekday doing so. And, I did not really have the freedom of, I did not really feel like I had the freedom of, making more money whenever I want. And, when I put in more work, that would equal to, some more money. I mean, just seeing the results quickly. But in the corporate world, it's just, you work hard and then you let your manager judge and see, if you really deserve a promotion. So I did not want to go through that. I did not want to live life going through that every day. And so I thought this would really work out for me. And, for the first year after I quit, things were it was pretty hard. It was not as hard as I expected, but it was pretty hard. And I'm glad I really got through that. And I'm glad I got to experience the struggle because, when you work on your own and when you have your own business, yeah, I mean, you're probably going to work very hard in the beginning or even, just consistently hard throughout. So don't expect it to be easy at all, even if you're earning passive income, because the fact is, you're going to have to put a lot of work to start it. And once you get your business going, you still want to continue building other businesses, because what if that one stream of income, that one stream of passive income just does not work out for a period of time, which has happened to me 2 or 3 times, okay? So there were times the Amazon business was slow and it just did not work out for me, and, I was not bringing consistent income during the time that it just sucks. So, as an entrepreneur, and keep in mind, after you quit your corporate job, I mean, you're going to work really hard still. But the fact is, you're going to work, but you're going to see results. And if you don't see results, I hope it's still stimulating for you to figure out how to get those results, which has been the case for me. It has been a struggle, but it has been very stimulating for me to just go out and get my own results. And, in that sense, I do not regret, quitting my corporate job just to work harder for myself and generate my own incomes, because I can dictate how many streams of income I have. I mean, up to a certain amount. And currently, I have 2+ streams of income. I am running my own e-commerce business, even though it's not on Amazon anymore. I am on Shopify. I run my own e-com shop. And then I'm also trying to generate income off YouTube. So, these 2 things I really enjoy currently. And I am looking to continue building other streams of incomes that are passive, okay? So, in that sense, I really do enjoy, just what I get to work on after the corporate life. And just to reiterate, it's not gonna be an easy process. So if you guys are planning or already have plans on on quitting your corporate job, this is gonna just take that into consideration. You're gonna be working pretty hard, unless I don't know. I don't know if there's gonna be an exception where you're not gonna be working hard, but the fact is, you get to work hard and see results for yourself. Rather than, working hard under someone else's schedule and then let your manager judge for you to see if you actually deserve a promotion or not. So, in this sense, I don't, when you're working for yourself, I'm not working for a promotion, I'm just working for results and just being able to figure everything out on your own and knowing that you're able to survive if the next day your business goes wrong. You can always go and find, some way to survive, okay? In my case, when my businesses were slow and, when it was early and when it was premature, I always got to, depend on driving an Uber or something, find another way to survive, which I feel like it's a very rewarding sense, because let's just say that if you're in the corporate world, I'm talking about the ability to survive, okay? So imagine if you're in the corporate world and basically all you've been all your life was working corporate versus an entrepreneur. Maybe I'm not making as much money as, what I started before, when I first started my business versus when I still had my corporate job. I mean, I was not making the consistent income and maybe even as much as I used to in my corporate job before. If next day everything goes wrong between the two, if everything goes wrong and if I was just in the corporate world and I have not had any kind of entrepreneurial experiences, I think I would be in major panic if I got fired the next day and I just would not know what to do. Okay, versus if I was an entrepreneur and I've had the experience of starting businesses and just making it on my own and having discipline too, if everything goes wrong tomorrow and I'm an entrepreneur, I will still be very confident that, I can survive. I'm not going to be in panic mode, because the fact is, every day as an entrepreneur, you are going to encounter problems and you are going to learn how to solve them as a successful entrepreneur. Okay? So currently, I run 2 businesses, like I said. There's the e-com business, but not with Amazon anymore. It's with Shopify, and then, I'm also trying to get my YouTube channel going. So these 2, work that I have right now is very stimulating to me. And, just as a reminder of anyone who's planning to quit and who are in the shoes that I once were in, just keep that in mind. I mean, it's gonna be a tough journey, but I also think it's a really rewarding one, and I will continue to, just build other streams of income to make sure that I will have that continual flexibility in lifestyle, and while still doing stimulating work for myself. Okay, so if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, a share, or subscribe. And I've had other videos in my channel that talks about the same kind of content and experience throughout my entrepreneurial journey. And if you guys do decide to kind of take a leap of faith, or just go and do something on the side and see how kind of running your own business is. Like when I first started, I drove an Uber. If you guys have, done any kind of consideration of, just doing something on the side and maybe planning to drive for Uber, I have left my Uber referral link in the video description below. And I believe they are giving us, they are guaranteeing a certain amount of revenue for the certain amount of trips that you guys complete. I believe at the time of this video in LA, they're guaranteeing a $350 guarantee earning for your first 55 trips if completed within 90 days of sign up. So if you guys do sign up with my link below, I will get a bonus at no extra cost to you. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe, and I will be back with you with more videos just like this.